and it's chapter 6, January, 6 months until the ceremony. I loved Fridays as a child. I remember being obsessed with these ancient picture books we had in our dorm, which we were only allowed to look at on the weekends. I spent hours constructing detailed plans to make sure I got my hands on them before the others. Not that they ever wanted them anyway, preferring the interactive ePad games. Every Friday evening, I would sneak into one of the blocked up window frames in the cloisters, leaning against a painting of sea cliffs or pyramids, pretending the windows were merely closed, that I could look out if I chose to, that the world outside still existed, where the other girls were playing Be a Stylist and Plan a Party on their ePads. I was poring over photos of Princess Sparkles, a skinny lady with big breasts, long legs, and blonde hair. She had a pink car and a pink house, and there were pink buttons on the page that you could press to make her speak in the American Zone accent. Pink's my favourite colour. You're my best friend. I won't do the accent. I'm sorry. I got away with myself. Math is math is hard. Want to go shopping? Then I made the mistake of asking one of the chastities what math was, and they confiscated the books. Weekends were never the same after that. All they seemed to do was burn through the hours between organised recreational sessions as fast as we can, listening to celebrity gossip on artificial.com or updating our MyFace photos, forgetting or trying to forget about what happened in that Friday's comparison studies class. Number 755 and 734, please leave your desks and come to the front of the room. The rest of us exhale in relief as the chosen two walk to the top of the room as if their feet are made of lead. They step into the glass boxes flanking the chastity's desk, and magnified photos of the two girls are projected side by side onto the mirror board behind them, each image 8 feet tall. Within seconds, they appear on our desktops. Cara's image is on the left, her dirty blonde hair skimming past her I sorry, do you know what it is? I haven't I haven't prepared fully for these, have I? Blonde hair skimming past her elbows, full eyebrows. It's because they're close together, and my brain has married the two of them, or switching them. It's doing something with them, framing her sky blue eyes. Naomi is on the right, cheekbones contouring her dark skin, her black hair cut in a thick fringe, drawing attention to her eyes, green cat eyes, and almond-shaped like mine. So, girls, let us begin, Chastity Ruth says, walking up and down the centre steps, dividing the rows of seating. At the end of each session, I will ask you to record your voice notes. Please make these comments as detailed and as thorough as you can to help 755 and 734 explore their weaknesses. Remember, your voices will be disguised to maintain your anonymity, so you may speak freely. Your skin is too dark, Naomi, I hear someone say. I think you should use some lightening cream. Cara, your hair colour washes out your skin tone, someone else whispers. I think you should ask about tanning cream. We have undertaken this task every Friday since our first comparison studies class in 4th year. 2 different victims each time. I always start off wanting to be kind, but somehow, once I start speaking too, I can't stop. I guess it does sort of make me feel better in the moment, a faint feeling of superiority swelling inside me like a balloon, but afterwards my tongue feels bitter, like a hole has burned through it. What did you say about her? I asked Isabel when we were in 14th year, watching Agnes's eyes turn glassy with unshed tears, wondering if my comments had been the cause. Did you say anything about her being flat-chested? I willed her to agree, to collude with me, to follow me down this dark rabbit hole. No, Isabel's eyebrows shot up in surprise. I never say anything like that. I usually just recommend they get their hair trimmed. In that moment, I loved her for her basic decency, and I hated her too, because once again, without even trying, she was better than I was. Naomi and Cara take their seats, shoving their earbuds in, and we're all the same when it's our turn. Maybe we hope this time it'll be different, that this time everyone will agree that we are beautiful, or maybe not. Maybe on some level, it's actually okay when the distorted voices whisper in our ears, telling us we're ugly, we're vile, and everyone knows it. We may be perfectly designed, but really our eyes are too close together and our thighs are too big. Cara's face is ashen. Was it what I said about her? I'm sorry. I'm always sorry. As you know, girls, there's always room for improvement. With every year since your design date, you're getting older and losing your bloom, depreciating in value. Standards, girls, standards must be upheld. I'm sure number 755 and number 734 are grateful. I look at Cara again, holding her face together in a smile. She doesn't look very grateful. An easy way to ensure quality of standards is to create consistency. Chastity Ruth continues, pointing at the board behind her. It's still split in half, but with two new images. On the left, there is a photo of a woman from before us, and on the right, a photo of Lou. This woman from old Japan is the prototype for number 783. All variations have been regulated. I would never say this aloud, but sometimes I think the modifications have left Lou's face almost bland, so diluted that they're almost interchangeable with mine, or Megan's, or Naomi's. All that's different is our skin tone and hair colour, but at least we still have some diversity, however marginal. It's rumoured that nowadays only blonde, blue-eyed girls are designed in Africa and the Chindia zones. Their past literally whitewashed. As you can see, girls, the contrast between women today and the woman before is vast. More and more images emerge of the woman before Chastity Ruth continues her lecture. Please note the lack of symmetry in the face, the bulbous noses, the dilated pores over the forehead and chin, undesigned natural women. The screen updates with new horrors, and I feel as if I might vomit. I have to close my eyes when she starts presenting examples of the obesity epidemic. I can only endure so much. There were theories before us that obesity had roots in emotional or psychological problems. There is something excited about her. Her shoulders tense with expectation, her fists clenched. This is nonsense. It is laziness that causes fat, laziness and greed, and it'll be your downfall if you allow it. But you won't let it, will you? No. Will you? No. Will you? No! We scream, whipped into a frenzy. But one of you has. Her voice drops to a whisper. We look at each other, searching for the culprit. Who? Who is it? Isabel? It has to be Isabel. Look in the box, Lou yells, pointing at a figure ascending slowly into the glass box on the left of the Chastity's desk, emerging through the trap doors from the organised recreational space. It's Christy. My heart is thumping so loudly in my ears I can't hear Chastity Ruth. I can't hear the other girls. All I know is that she's standing there, ready to be crucified for her sins. This is going to look amazing on my face, Megan says, pointing her phone at Christy. Step forward, number 727. The glass doors part. She stands before us. Remove your dressing gown. There's silence. Chastity unties, or Christy unties, the white toweling robe and lets it fall to the ground. She's wearing pink lace underwear, small lumps of flesh spilling over her knickers, the inner edges of her thighs close to touching. Number 727 has been lazy. She has been lazy and she has been greedy. She deserves to be punished. Don't you agree? Flashes from the digicams and earphones are exploding like flares. My hands are clammy. Fear crawls up my spine, bone by bone, unfurling in my throat. Don't you agree, girls? A note of warning has entered her voice. Yes, Chastity Ruth. I can't hear you. Does number 727 deserve to be punished? Yes, Chastity Ruth. We have to give her what she wants. We will give her whatever she wants. She reaches into her pockets and retrieves a marker. Someone behind me is gasping at the rare sight of a written implement. Wielding it like a blade, she walks around Christie once, twice, 3 times before cutting into Christie's fair skin, drawing vivid red circles on her body. What is number 727, girls? What is she? We don't know, we don't know, we don't know. She's fat, girls. She's fat and disgusting. Say it with me. She's fat, fat, fat. Some of the girls sing it with her, more and more people joining in, until it seems the ceiling may shatter with voices. It looks like a lightning storm now. Camera flashes bursting through the room. My eyes drift from Christie's thighs to Isabel's. I can't help but measure the difference. It should be Isabel up there instead of Christie. I look up at Isabel, and she's staring at me, understanding shimmering between us. She knows what I'm thinking. I'm sorry, I tell her with my eyes. I'm so sorry. She looks away. She doesn't care what I think anymore. Fat, fat, fat. Amid the hysterical chanting, Chastity Ruth holds her hands together as if she's praying for inspiration. Her robes swish on the ground as she squats beside me. Fat, 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 she whispers in my ear. My heart feels too big for my body, and I look at her in panic, her washed out grey eyes burning into mine. She can see into my soul, just like Isabel can, and she can see, and she hates me too. She bangs on the desk with her fist, so hard that the screen flickers and dies, a large crack splintering in the middle. Her odour is invading my nostrils, the unfamiliar smell of the marker pen mixing with a sour hint of sweat. I look at my broken desk, my reflection warping, split into 2 halves, both sides of my lips mouthing the word fat. That was intense. Back at the dorms, Kara answers my request to video chat almost immediately, and we fall into an uneasy silence. Intense. But obviously it had to be done. Christie should have known better, she says quickly, paranoia kicking in. Obviously, my own fear beats in my body like a second heart. Kara chews on the end of her hair, golden strands peeping out of her mouth. Look, Frida, I'll talk to you later. Before I say something I regret, her eyes seem to add, I'm about to turn off voice chat when she speaks again, her voice quieter this time. Do you think my nose would be better if it was straighter? What are you talking about? In comparison studies, someone said I should get it redesigned when we leave school. No, Kara. Her gorgeous face fills the screen, delicate freckles sprinkled over an adorable nose. Your nose is perfect. She grins and waves goodbye, Christie forgotten. I request Isabel to visit video chat, staring at her profile photo as the beeping tone stretches out into nothingness. Maybe she has her e-pad on silent. Maybe she's taking a nap. Maybe she hates me. The MyFace newsfeed is clogged. I listen to Megan's statuses, then Daria's, then Giselle's. They're all the same, a blow-by-blow account of what happened in comparison studies, accompanied by countless photos of Christie in her underwear. I know I should update my status and put something generic like, fat women should be made obsolete, but I don't have the energy. Stream TV. The America Zone Next Top Concubine is playing, newly designated concubines participating in tasks to select who will be chosen as the American father's personal concubine for a year. I watch as one of the finalists bows before the American father, his hands gripping her curly auburn hair. I think I've seen this episode before. An advert for vaginal bleaching cream, one for new laser treatment that promises to remove any unsightly body hair. If only Amber had known about this. Amber, a member of girl band The Sluts, has her hand held high, waving to a friend. The camera zooms in, a red arrow pointing out the shadowing of stubble across her armpit. I keep flicking, allowing the drone of the TV to wash over me, wash away these thoughts. Beep. Hey Megan, I say, accepting the video chat request. Hey girl, what's up? She's not even pretending to look at me, totally focused on her own video feed. Nothing much. What's up with you, girl? Pathetic. I'm better than this in my head. Well, obviously I'm in shock after what happened today. It was awful. Poor Christy, I feel so bad for her. So bad that you took 37 photos and posted them on my face. I would kill my... Debating whether to say this sentence. I'll say it for you. But bear in mind, this... We'll talk about it afterwards. I would kill myself if I got this fat. Bet no one in the Americas zone ever gets fat. Apparently in the Chindia zone, the eaves are so well designed, they don't need real KCL blockers at all. I sigh at the prospect of unlimited access to the Fat Girl buffet, free from shame. It's physically impossible for them to go over the target weight. It's funny how she can't see beyond the Americas. I can understand her wanting to leave the Eurozone with its 4,000 inhabitants and increasingly limited budget, but most of the world's money is in India now. It may have been the Americas that came up with the idea for the NOAA project, but it was the Chindians who funded the development and constructed the zones. No one else could afford it. I wonder why it wasn't Isabel. What do you mean? I pretend to misunderstand her. Come on, Frida, she says, those green eyes boring into mine through the screen. Isabel has gained about 3 times as much weight as Christy. She's enormous. That's not very nice. My guilt that she's articulating my thoughts is making me defensive. Since when did Megan and I agree on anything? No need to be cranky. I'm only asking because, yeah, I know. I'm sure you feel really bad for Isabel too, I say, and her face starts to turn a rather alarming shade of purple. Sorry? I wish I was brave enough to turn off my e-pad and let her get back to giving her hair 100 brush strokes or whatever it is she does to make it so shiny. I want my hair to be that shiny. Ugh, why am I so useless? Sorry, I say again, and she smiles at my apology, tossing ebony waves down her back. It's okay. I know you're struggling. I've noticed that there have been some, she pauses meaningfully, difficulties with you and Isabel. Paranoia turns my stomach over. Can can everyone else see it too? Do they talk about it behind my back? Say that they always knew Isabel would dump me in the end? They must have been wondering why Isabel, the number one E for so many years, chose to be best friends with someone as inconsequential as me. I knew I was never good enough to be her friend. I wasn't pretty enough or funny enough, and I didn't have great taste in clothes. Everyone else probably knew it too. Isabel can be strange, can't she? Megan's tone is conversational, but her eyes are sharp, taking everything in. In what way? She's always very secretive, don't you think? Isabel? Yes, Isabel, Megan says impatiently. I don't trust secretive people. Yes, I say, falling on the excuse with indecent haste. She has been, I guess. Not about everything. Most of the time, she was the most honest person I knew. But yes, sometimes she could be guarded, cagey even. If I asked her a question she didn't want to answer, there was part of herself she kept hidden, as she didn't trust me enough to show me. But it's no excuse to fall behind on the rankings, Frida. she says, wagging her finger at me. You started this year like, what, number 5? As if she didn't know. Our rankings are chiseled into our souls. And now you're what, number 10? You're hanging on by your not very well manicured fingertips. I mean, when was the last time that you went to Chastity Hope for beauty therapy? You'd better not be pulling an amber. I'm going to get that new laser treatment done when I become a companion. If you become a companion, if, she says, holding her hand up to shush me. And you'll have to rank in the top 5 if you want to be guaranteed one of the richer inhabitants. And that's not exactly looking definite right now, is it? She stares at me with unconcealed impatience. Do you want to be a concubine? Is that it? We spent the last 16 years in this school surrounded by girls. Do you want to spend the rest of your life in a harem, surrounded by yet more girls? If you're a companion, you only have to share a house with one man, and however many sons you're lucky enough to birth. That's freedom for girls like us. Being a companion is the only option. A warm feeling spreads in my stomach at being included with Megan in Girls Like Us. She leans into the camera to fix her makeup, wiping away flakes of mascara from underneath her eyes. They seem greener on the screen, little specks of emerald fanning out from her pupils. When are they going to figure out some way to ensure our morning makeup lasts the whole day? She says, rubbing a small smudge under her brow bone. I'm so sick of having to reapply mid-morning. Anyway, what was I saying? Uh, for girls like us, being a companion is freedom, I prompt her, thrilled at the opportunity to say girls like us again. So, yeah, whatever. It's not like I care or anything, but I think you need to start considering your future. Stop being such a girl and drop the dead weight. And in Isabel's case, it's like 150 pounds of dead weight. Her face screws up with revulsion. So disgusting. I'll kill myself before I ever let that happen to me. Yeah, I suppose you. I begin, but I'm talking to myself. Screen going black as Megan hangs up without saying goodbye. She never did that to me when Isabel was number 1. That's the end of that chapter. Now, again, don't be taking what the book says seriously. It's meant to be a. Yeah, a lot of girls go through this, unfortunately. But you can come back from being fat. You can't come back from ending it all. So keep it up. Keep chin up. I love you all. You're all perfect the way you are. And did you notice that in those chapters, whenever the girls were being compared to each other, the comments that they got, it was really their taste, the girls' taste in them, as it was, straight nose, whatever the case, freckles, eyes, hair, whatever. But of course, you're never going to suit everyone's tastes. So, you know, she could change your nose and it wouldn't suit Frida's taste then because it would have changed. So then maybe that would have been feedback Frida would have given her. So it really is a non-winning battle if you try to suit yourself to everyone's taste because you're never going to do it. So you can only be yourself. Everyone's beautiful the way they are. You don't need to change anything. Love yourselves. Goodbye. I'll see you later.